May 15th, 2025. A day that began like any other and ended in absolute silence. A teenager takes a ride to the airport. She vanishes. Days later, her remains are found in the scrub, betrayed by those she lived with. Tonight, we peel back the layers of a tragedy that shook a community to its core. If you stand with stories that expose truths, hit like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Then ring the bell so you don't miss these investigations. Now, let's begin. Phoebe Bishop was remarkable at 17. Creative, caring, wanting to explore life beyond Gin Gin. A talented photographer, she captured the golden Queensland sky and her dreams. Through her TikToks, she spoke of hope, connection, laughter. She moved into a home with housemates she trusted, filled with possibility. That morning, she smiled, and we believed she was on her way to bright adventures. Instead, something far more sinister would unravel. It began as a road trip of hope. Security camera, the gray SUV draws up. She steps inside. She waves, then the door closes. Bundaberg Airport records her presence. But next clips show no plane boarding, no departure. Just white noise. No call. No return. Weeks bleed together for her worried mother, whose calls go unanswered. By May 20th, official search. Posters, please, anxious looks across town. The quiet house grows colder still. Gin Gin detectives found a home frozen in decay. Dogs starved, roamed wooden floors. Food lay out of date in kitchens. The phones rang unanswered. Investigators tagged the house. They impounded the SUV, revealing duct tape on doors, a punctured passenger tire, traces of mud beneath seats. The vehicle transformed from transport to central evidence. Every scratch, every stain, every altered seat position whispered secrets to forensic teams. In a town bound tightly by solidarity, sorrow ignited action. Candlelit gatherings against the night sky. Children crafted butterfly lanterns, symbols of rebirth and remembrance. A 50-car convoy drove from Gin Gin to Bundaberg, horns silent, people standing in reverence. Schools held wake-up signals. Kids learned step in, check out, asking someone where they're going. Mom-and-pop shops sold Find Phoebe bracelets, proceeds funding mental health support. In grief, the community awakened its voice. June 5th, shockwaves rippled through Gin Gin. Two inside the home of comfort, housemates James and Tanika, were arrested on charges of murder and concealing a body. The facade cracked. Police re-entered the house. Forced cabinetry, flattened furniture, fresh footprints, snippets of conversation overheard by neighbors. Investigators found burnt paper fragments, a hushed cache of intentions. Agents followed paths into thick scrub, imagining Phoebe's final footsteps imprinted in wild terrain. June 6th morning, a recovery team finds remains, Phoebe Bishop's physical proof. The news stretched like an icy dawn across Australia. Community support mobilizes mileage and goodwill. Free grief counseling, memorial hashtags trending to nations, public addresses from local officials, an avalanche of flowers at a community memorial. It became real. This wasn't a case of disappearance. It was murder. That scrubland site may hold her body, but not the story. Investigators eat awake to reconstruct every mile. GPS from phones, vehicles, and satellites. Time-stamped cafe coffee orders. A distant camera catching headlights. Each glow of a passing truck or bird call frozen in memory. Forensic teams map fractures in bones, location of injuries. They trace the SUV's tires through Logan's farm yard. Every log, every clue is a puzzle edge. Inside the residence, tension had built like steam in a teapot. One room immaculate, locked from inside. In the corridor, trash and mismatched shoes littered. Counters held untouched dishes. Neighbors recounted overheard crying. Muffled pleas for comfort. One wrongly thought Phoebe simply left, but her bag wasn't gone. This wasn't absconding, it was something darker. Her absence screamed of broken trust. Experts weigh in. Advisors on mental health and youth counselors emphasize the emotional literacy needed in shared homes. They press on the Ask app, the concept of having someone check in. In rural areas, where homes are far apart and authority figures scarce. Even a call at midnight can break isolation. Awareness became action, signaling the system of guardians built around her failure. On August 11th, that case schedule turns into confrontation. Evidence of phone records, heart rate logs, text threads, eyewitness accounts, and forensics will come into focus. Prosecutors will outline what they believe happened and attempt to define it under murder or perhaps manslaughter. But for Phoebe's family, their quest is singular: accountability. Phoebe's death remains firmly personal, but her legacy becomes universal. It reminds everyone watching, trust isn't open season. It must be vetted. Vulnerable teens need structures around them, clear plans, safe living, emotional awareness. In sharing her story, we keep arenas of conversation alive. What is safe, what is suspicious, and what is needed when young people move out? Phoebe Bishop's life was more than a flicker. It ignited something essential: vigilance, compassion, accountability. If her story moved you, like this video, share it to spread awareness, and comment your suggestions. How can communities protect vulnerable youth? And for those who demand truth, responsibility, and change, subscribe and ring the bell, because together, we can ensure her legacy brings safety, not silence.